You recording this? Your girlfriend made
Hey,
shut the
man.
fuck up.
Hey man, delete that, bro.
Don't delete that.
Please delete that.
Don't delete that.
Yeah. Hey man, start over, bro. For real, start over. Man. Please
Gonna delete it.
He gonna cut it out.
Delete all that shit.
All right, starting off with a bang.
That's right.
All right, thank y'all so much for joining us this evening. The Vibe Controls podcast. My name is Cocky McFly, and that over there to my left is Merk B. Williams. Say hey to the people, Merk.
We in the bed. Headshot, bang, done. Leon L was on your weekend.
Okay. Shit, boy. All
Head
right.
kick, bitch.
So yeah, man, we are excited to have a special guest with us this evening. Our good friend, our brother. Give it up for DJ Young Venom.
Oh yeah.
Philip Rollins in the building.
Yeah.
Say hey to the people, Philip.
Hey, again, to the people.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Shit.
I like a nigga fall directions, unlike somebody. To my left.
I'm
All
gone.
right. So, yeah, man, we just gonna get into an open conversation, man. We just gonna talk to our friend. He gonna give us some updates on what he got going on. He's been doing a bunch of dope stuff in and outside of the city. We're gonna be talking about records. We're gonna be talking about C-list artists, R&B, male and female. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about a whole bunch of stuff. So y'all stay tapped in with us.
We can talk about hair, cause you niggas' hair is nice. Let me tell you.
All right, we out here.
Just excited to have
Cut it off.
Tracy Chapman and Terrence Trent D'Arby here with me tonight.
Oh, I'm gonna slap shit out you.
Okay, and we got Alexander O'Neal. Yeah, man. So, as I said, we got our brother, DJ Young Venom, in the building with us, just chatting, man. And we were having a really good discussion live on Facebook and Instagram prior to this, which you can go check out on YouTube.com. So Venom owns a business, which he'll tell you about. And so, the question that we were talking about, so, we'll just let Venom kind of chime in. Like, so what are some ways, like, really outside of course financial is understood, but what are some other ways that, like, we can, like, help support black businesses and keeping them in business, especially with you being in business for like eight years now? So, like, what are some ways that we can do that?
That's a really loaded question. Because every business is different.
Yeah.
So I can only speak from personal experience and what I do.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, we got a mutual friend who owns a frame shop, Lorenzo Gaten.
Got you.
So I try to support him as much as I can. I don't have. When I got my house, I took everything I had saved up art-wise to him. That I couldn't get cheap at Michael's. So anything big that I had, I wanted to get professionally framed. And so I took it to him. And I also recommend people to him. So, recommendations help a lot. We're especially in Jackson, we're a very word of mouth city. It's like who can do this, who has this. Spreading the word as much as you can via social media or, whatever means, phone combo, whatever, definitely helps. But we also got to make sure that whatever little thing that we can do. So if, like with businesses like mine and Lorenzo's more gallery based, as opposed to mine, which mine's more retail based.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of rely on the customers a lot, and so does Lorenzo. But I can speak for myself, is doing having like a more community based thing. So a lot of these black-owned businesses are community-based, some more so than others.
Yeah.
One that comes to mind is Mama Nature's. So I started frequenting it when it started in Ridgeland, and then she opened up a shop in Jackson, and I frequent it when I can, when I am craving a smoothie, as opposed to going to Smoothie King down the street. But I also noticed that she does, stuff. She does talks. She does people support her with the talks, and she does stuff like with the Jackson Run Club and other things. It's like I said, that's a loaded question, like what everybody can do, but it's like we kind of have to, like, whatever little thing that you normally get at, say, Walmart or whatever big chain that you get, or because out of convenience, you might want to check with your neighbor first.
Yeah.
And see what they have or who they would recommend. Think of it like this, and I mean, this is brought up very often. Is like, oh, the white people look out for each other, the Indian people look out for each other, the Mexicans look out for each other, and stuff like that. There's a very bad stigma within business ownership, black business ownership, that there is poor customer service, and there's poor customer service at white restaurants. I've had poor customer service at Mexican restaurants. No, the grass ain't green on the other side, the water ain't no colder. For some reason, we are much more harsher on our own people. I don't know if that's because we are accustomed to we should have a hookup or whatever. I've had every week I have somebody coming off beat. Oh, can you do it for this price? I'm like, that's the retail price. I cannot do this brand new record any cheaper. Used records, I have some leeway. I might haggle with you if you get a good amount, but if you're just getting one $6 record, no, that record is $6.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. You get a couple more records and then use Afterpay. I made it as convenient as possible. So, we gotta kind of take into consideration how we review our peers, and we have to like kind of lift them up, not only in like the beginning stages, but in like the middle stages and stuff like that. Take for instance, and I'll throw this name out there, Jeff Good. Jeff Good's been in business for I don't know how long. I don't know what the fuck his end game is right now. And I say it like that because I don't know where his mind is going. Like, he owns 3 restaurants in this city. He knows the city has water issues. So whenever he speaks, it's adamantly backed by people like, yeah, you're right. And I'm just like, well, he doesn't, what's the plan? Like, he can complain all he wants, but fact of the matter is, he opened up 3 restaurants, and anybody who opens up a restaurant in the city of Jackson, I commend you. That is the most riskiest thing. Even before,
prior to the war and pandemic, it was opening a restaurant in general is risky. It's a crapshoot in the South, where you can throw out a penny and hit a restaurant with great food, if not a gas station with great food. So, taking into consideration with that, when you hear people say, oh, there's nothing negative about this, I'm like, I've had bad experiences at this restaurant too. Do I grieve about it? I'll try it again. If it's bad, I just don't go back. But some people, we got to kind of think about where people come from, why people do this thing. I don't do offbeat. I do it for money, but it's not my main motivation. I would say that much. I could really go do anything else and be like, fuck this store, and be like, all right, stress free. Especially at this current time, because offbeat is causing me a lot of stress that y'all have no idea. So, take consideration some of these things that are people's livelihoods, and you like with our friend Eddie, like that's what he does. He does barbecue. I've critiqued him on what he needs to do. I pulled him to the side and critiqued him. I never did it online. I never did it online, aside from him saying you need to cook more vegetables.
which that's a pretty much. I wasn't the only person or the first person to say that to him. So, but he knows it comes from a place of, I want you to do better. I want you to get more customers. I want, I know you can get more people if you cook this thing or cook this a certain way. So offering constructive criticism is a thing, but we also need our people to be able to take constructive criticism. And I've ran across a lot of people that cannot fucking take constructive criticism in my lifetime. And some people say it's my delivery. That's fine. But I mean, you're gonna hear it one way or another. Sometimes there's I can't be like, oh, I'm sorry that you rap over vocals. You should maybe not do that, sweetheart. I'm like, hey man, I don't get it. I'm gonna be like, hey, I just don't care to hear you because you're rapping over vocals. And it just be like that. So
yeah, I also think one of the things is because I guess you mentioned black folks and customer service, and a lot of that has to do with the people who open up the businesses actually have to work at the businesses. And you mentioned Jeff Good, he can open up a restaurant, but he hires people to do those things. So
right.
He doesn't have to be there because initially it's probably not a passion project for him. And a lot of the black owned businesses, like, it's a passion project for you. Like that's your baby. Mm-hmm. And you trust yourself, so you know how you want it run. I mean, you have people who may come in and assist you and things like that, but you gotta be there. And I think that's the one thing that a lot of folks don't understand is that the folk who work at Sugars is the family.
Yeah,
like it ain't nobody who they ain't running applications, and they not hiring the manager to run the place or a restaurant manager. They're not hiring a chef, and this is family, so they gotta be there. And so now they ain't gonna be open on Mondays because they gotta have a day to rest, or right. Sundays or something, because this is their business. And that's one of the things that a lot of us don't understand. You also mentioned We'll Blast in a minute. Like, oh, went to such and such. It was terrible. It was this, and then, like, bro, like you told Eddie what he needed to do well, and Eddie just went to work on that. That was way more helpful than you putting him out there bad, and then there's 10 people that's not finna go check him out because of what somebody posted, and we don't think about that at all. I had a bad experience. I'm gonna tell everybody. But you go to McDonald's every day, it's trash.
Or Chick-fil-A.
Or Chick-fil-A. For sure, Chick-fil-A is trash. Or Cane's. It's abysmal. It's trash, and it's like you ain't never said that they left my sauce, but okay, shoot, Sugars leave your sauce out there. I went and the meat was dragging and getting on. I'm like, y'all gotta stop, bro. Like,
man, these foodie groups is ruthless.
Oh, I got out of that, man. That Jackson foodie group.
Yeah, I got out of that.
Pure hell, bro.
It's just, nobody says anything good in the foodie group. Like, they literally get in that group and it's all negative and all that stuff. But I mean, and honestly, it's doing more harm than good because it's just continuing to perpetuate what's already being done anyway. Folk, we just got to get rid of this. I think it's a false sense of entitlement or whatever. Like when it comes to black businesses, whatever. Like your black business got to be run the way I want it to be run. If it's not run that way, then I'm gonna get online and make this tactless comment because this is how I feel, and I want to be heard, and I want some folks to give me some attention that I'm not getting. And it's a bunch of stuff, which is stupid because then you're not really supporting black businesses if you're getting out there making comments like this in the public. That's not what you're doing. Like, there's a way to go about doing stuff because you'd have to put yourself in that business owner's shoes. Because like you said, that could be detrimental to the business. Because people be like, well, because people don't always have the capacity to think for themselves. Folks are lazy. And so a lot of times, if I say, man, I ain't fucking with Offbeat, ain't nobody gonna go and try to figure it out for themselves and see what Offbeat is to them. They gonna be like, well, Merc said Offbeat suck, I ain't going. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't, and you don't even have to be an influential person for folk to follow. People just lazy. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's people that have said that, and I'm just like, okay,
man.
And I've asked
fuck them.
But that,
well, no,
you know,
just,
it's fine.
It's not.
It's fine.
It's okay that something's not for you. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like
As a friend.
because Offbeat is not a. The reality is Offbeat is not a spot that's for everybody. Like it's just not. And if
It is a spot for everybody.
it's a spot for everybody.
It is
but
a
it's
spot
not
for everybody.
It's a spot for everybody, but like everybody's not gonna get it.
Right.
And so if somebody's just like, it's okay, that's cool. That just don't. That's fine. The right people will come. You know.
I have a question regarding that too. So like, one, how much thought have you put into it, and is there something that you really address? Like, there's a line between, you know, people need to not complain about or try to dictate how I run my business. Between that, you know, idea and I want to make sure that I am serving the community as much as I am, you know, wanting them to patronize me. Like, at what degree do I also want to make sure that I am catering to this specific community's needs too? Like, how do you draw that line?
I mean, there's no line to really draw because it just comes naturally, honestly. So the thing about it is, like, it's people that like, y'all know me, y'all know how I talk and my attitude and stuff like that, and that's just how I am. It's really a defense mechanism, honestly. And so, but that doesn't hinder me from giving good service. I know how to be like, hey, let me know what you need help with, blah blah blah. To dispel, you know, how comic book shops and record store elitism is, I try to not do that. And, you know, I'll play with you like, oh, you got this Drake record, you know, I'll do that, but I'm not serious. I don't care what you listen to because it's not my music taste. Everybody has different tastes. And I'll order whatever you want. Like, if it's in print, I'll do my best. Like, I had a old black man he told me he was 88, he still drives trucks, and he wanted some old blues CDs. This was last Wednesday. He came in and he listed I told him I don't sell CDs first, and he was kind of like, well, I'm looking for this, I don't know where else to go. And I said, you know what, let me see if I can order what you're looking for. And I did. And you know, he listed all these songs. He ended up buying, I want to say 29 CDs. He spent like $400 cash. Like, he came back Friday. He said, I want to go ahead and pay you because I don't know if I'm gonna be here. And when he said I don't know if I'm gonna be here, he meant I don't know if I'm gonna be on this plane. That's what he meant. And I said, you need to quit talking like that, sir. Yeah. But he was really adamant. So I do go out my way to help people, but, you know, sometimes it's like, are you going, you know, it's only so much you can do. You got to think about it in the business owner's perspective. It's like, is this within my means? If you go to a restaurant and they're out of macaroni and cheese, and you'll be like, well, why come y'all ain't got no macaroni and cheese Kroger down the street? It's like, no, the food cost is different from buying it in Kroger than getting it from Cisco. Like, it's completely different. That's why they don't have any more macaroni and cheese, and it's probably not the right cheese or the right elbow noodles or whatever. So, but finding like go back to the subject, finding a balance. There's no finding a balance. It just is a balance on like doing stuff for community. The Offbeat is for the community, young, old, black, gay, straight, whatever. If you like music, if you like comics, if you like the art in general, that's what Offbeat is for. If you don't like my attitude, you know, then there's a place called End of All Music you can go to, and you may be more comfortable over there. And those are nice guys, but they're not gonna have you can't go in there, and I guarantee you they're not gonna have too much MF Doom in there. They're not gonna have Money Man in there. They're not gonna have whoever else. They're not gonna have the broad hip hop jazz selection that I have. So, and you know, if there's a problem, I do take constructive criticism, and I'm like, if I just said something to offend you, I'll address it. And I'm like, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. If I did, but if I mean to hurt your feelings, these two could definitely tell you that I would let you know that I meant to hurt your feelings.
Absolutely. With the quickness. Or not. Just look at you like you're crazy. After they saying it. So yeah. Alright, so fun fact for folks who may not know, Venom and myself, we used to, myself being Cocky McFly, since folks say we sound like.
How y'all sound like?
They say we sound, if somebody says, oh, I can't tell who's who on the podcast.
I don't know what to tell you, lady. No, because we don't sound alike. Now, go ahead. Person, you got to be all inclusive.
But Venom and myself, we used to be roommates. So Venom, how was I as a roommate?
So
come on, T. Come on, T.
You was a very I'm trying to find the right word here.
Shit, man, is he that bad?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't bad. I'm trying to find the right. You was a very astute, I guess is the word, roommate.
How the hell you be an astute roommate? Well, you know what?
So so I'll tell you how. So he like Carrie like know what he want. He like things a certain way. And then there's me. I am unorganized chaos that will have stuff all over the place, but I know where that shit is. So you got one person who is a clear introvert living with a person who is a clear extrovert. So Carrie would come in off work. I would be right in front of the TV with 2 211s and a Crown Royal bottle next to a chair, playing, I don't know, Street Fighter or Halo.
You was drinking 211 by choice?
Yeah, it's cheap.
What you talking about? It's a six pack for $3.
What was 211 actually? Was it malt beer?
It was a malt beverage.
It was malt liquor.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it wasn't a 6-pack, it was a 4-pack.
Oh,
if
you
I
right.
recall. Yeah.
Sure, right.
Yeah.
No, that's you get a 4,037. Like $2.
Yeah.
You get a 4-pack. That's an accurate description. Yep. Venom was introverted chaos. I was extroverted organization.
Yep.
But we had no issues. Like everything was cool. Man, I would either Venom wasn't there a lot of the time. Sometimes I wouldn't be there, but it was because you still DJing the 7 and stuff at the time. So man, we used to have some fun house parties though, because Venom can cook. Cause Venom be over there cooking, and Don Champ, shout out to Don Champ, he used to come on in and drink up all our wine
And break all my damn wine glasses.
all his wine glasses. Don be over there toe up, and Venom be cooking, and he had his DJ set up in like the middle room area. So some nights he did be spinning and practicing and stuff. So it's like at any point it could turn into like a little party. Yeah, it was cool, man. We had a good time, man. Like
It's a very eclectic building.
yep. It really was
Yeah.
like the whole space. Like we
You
had
got Don Champion,
graffiti
who's a
walls and then
news reporter upstairs, and you got Nick.
cause DJ Nick,
DJ Nick lived up there.
DJ Nick, man,
Nicholas Maher.
rest in peace to 350. That day, I mean, you had my cousin.
When he
Called
was
him,
there.
called him the slum lord.
And he had Tony and them, man, he was like, it was crazy because he be out of town working, and he had Tony and Jaguar and them would be over there using his apartment to practice in. Yeah,
Cause he ain't had nothing in the living
He had
room
nothing in
area.
the
It
front.
just was open space.
Yeah.
But
because he was doing photography too, so he was using that as kind of like a studio to do that.
when Nick up there smoking them cigarettes, bro, I ain't never seen nobody house so junky.
Man, I remember one time I got locked out, man, I had to stay at Nick's house. Oh Lord, I thought I was gonna die that night. Man, I know I got asthma, emphysema, and everything, man. Man, shout out to DJ Nick, man. Bruh, I was like, man.
It was some good times, but so yeah, we were also talking during the live, like we just impromptu were talking about like because we had, if you go back and listen to our season, at the beginning we had like a couple episodes we were talking about like top 5 R&B groups or songs or all that type, whatever it was. But we were talking about like top tier, like C list and below R&B artists, and that's male or female, and we threw out so many names that were like so magnificent on the list. Like we said, Sparkle was one of them. Venom said Teacher Moses, but I got offended because I love Teacher Moses, but she's still getting show money. So Kiki Wyatt was one of them.
I wouldn't surprise me. She's still with MMG.
I don't know if she's still with them or not. I don't know if they didn't release the off her contract. If she never released that album though. Who's some other C-list artists y'all can think of?
Summer Walker.
Man,
She coming. It's coming. Y'all know y'all want to like her, but she nope.
Sunshine Anderson.
definitely Sunshine Anderson.
Okay.
She just had a joint though. She
She did.
Like
She had that. Sunshine Anderson had that joint though.
Heard it all before.
Heard it
Yeah.
all before. Yeah, that was her.
Donnell Jones.
Mm.
Don Jones had a couple records.
Is Music Soul Child C-list?
Absolutely not.
Nah.
Why you say that?
I don't
Why
know,
you say
bro.
He on the line.
He has a
He on the
catalog.
line.
His catalog took a plummet around radio.
He on the
but
line.
he had like 4 or 5.
I don't think he is though.
Have y'all seen him live?
Oh, he's
Man,
the
we-
worst.
I saw him live during the
I did.
Listen.
music tour.
That
He's
ain't
not good.
Let's
bro.
not talk about that.
A long time ago.
That don't have
before he
we.
started
That
rapping.
ain't got nothing to do with not
Before he
good.
started rapping, his live
Y'all
show
skewing the rules now. No,
I'm not skewing the rules,
But he
man.
is, though.
We
He-
talking about okay, so we talking about singers, right? We talking about singing ability or just if they got hits. He has hits.
I didn't
You
think
can
he
say
he
both.
didn't sound bad back in the gap.
No, we
You
talking
can't
about
say
live.
Man, he be doing them runs. He just
Nah,
do too
man,
much.
you got to see him live. Like
I ain't never seen
him.
him. Joe C-list. I hate it because I like Joe.
Yeah, Joe got records.
Joe
but Joe
Joe
is
C-list.
C-list.
Man, and I like Joe.
Confusing records, but he got records.
He's C-list. Man.
Because all the things is a very confusing song lyrically.
Yeah, Joe.
Joe? Yeah.
Alright.
See,
So we named some old folks. Somebody new.
He said something.
Trey Songz.
Yeah, he ain't new.
I don't never.
He's a strong B.
What? He a creep.
He's a creep.
That's what
He's a
he
creep.
He is a
He's
big
an
creep.
awful individual. That's what
Um,
he is. You said somebody new though?
Party Next Door.
Oh, the OVO boy. Yeah,
Do
you know what?
people even sing anymore?
I don't think that he like panned out to what they thought he was gonna be. Cause like when he first came out, it the stuff was like really really dope, and then it was just like, I don't even. Is he still on OVO? Like
Yeah.
it's like he
I
just,
don't even know. I don't know no new singers.
The Weeknd. See,
like that.
Where does Daniel Caesar fall in?
man, let me tell you, he ugly. Let's start right there. He is. Daniel Caesar, boy, he gonna find his way on a feature though. He gonna find his way. Look, are we ready? Y'all like y'all?
What's
Who
I get mad about it.
you finna say? Lucky Day?
No. Janelle Monáe.
You know
No.
what?
No. No.
Janelle Monáe ain't
Wrong.
see.
Bruh.
No. She is definitely not
She
C.
started acting and that's it.
Y'all like?
because the first two I'm rocking with heavy.
Mhm.
The Metropolis and then was it Arcandroid?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those were tough.
Electric
By the
Lady
time
was
they
good
got-
though. Electric Lady's good.
Bryson Tiller?
He only
Yeah,
did
Varner.
he release one? Yes. Did he release one or two? He released the second one.
Second? Yeah, Bryson Tiller.
But he's
The Toy Lucky.
They said new people.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, who knew?
That's what I'm saying.
Don't nobody do
sing?
people even sing
Venom know music more. He know a
I
lot
do,
of
but
songs.
I haven't
he
listened
said
to.
R&B is dead.
Nah, I like her. I was gonna say Snow Allegra, bro.
Oh no.
I like Snow.
Yeah.
I like Snow. I like Alice Eyes. I like her.
Janae.
Do you like her?
I do not like Janae Aiko.
I think she's
Who is
C
that?
though. I think she now young folk love because she depressing.
Who was Janae? Oh,
Janae
Janae.
Aiko.
Oh, her. Yeah.
But all her songs sound the same, and they be about the same.
I just want to
But
slit
all
my
them
wrist
niggas-
when she sing.
But all them people in the same group to me, like them, Summer Walker, SZA, they all in the same category to me.
I forgot about
They don't do nothing different.
Ari Lennox.
Yeah. But she in the group too. They all like to me. Like they don't.
If you
do
played,
anything different.
played a song by either one of them right now, I couldn't tell you who was
They
who.
have distinct voices.
They have.
If you listen,
I'm talking about the same type.
They
of,
have distinct
Oh,
voices,
okay.
but the vibe of their songs is all the same.
Yeah,
Like,
it ain't like
none of it is different.
nobody's setting themselves apart from anybody else. Like we not. I don't know. It's like, oh, this is dope. Let's create what's dope instead of.
I don't be listening to new
All
stuff.
right, I got 3.
Oh,
Kalani.
No.
yes.
No.
Why? Cause you like Kalani?
No, I love Kaylani.
She look like she
I love
chews.
Kalani.
She look like she chews cigarette butts, man.
She does, but like her, the Sweet Sexy Savage, it felt like
Trash.
older R&B. It felt like early
Trash.
2000s R&B.
Trash.
You ain't hear it.
I'm just telling you. Trash.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
I'm
actually
lost.
really
So, Fifth says she's a what? She ain't see. She ain't see what she.
She's not an A.
She
but
damn
she's
sure
a-
ain't A.
She's a.
B minus.
C plus.
minus.
I give her a B minus.
Was
Okay,
she C
then.
plus? She's not a B.
She's
She ain't a B now.
She is a straight C.
I ain't.
Okay then. Okay, next. BJ the Chicago Kid.
Man, now you wrong for that, man.
But
you
he
wrong
see
for
though.
that.
But he see though.
Nah, man.
He
I
see,
love
bro.
them LA's too.
Nah, bruh.
Hey, bro.
He a strong B, man.
No, he not. No, he
What?
not.
B minus.
No, he not.
Over Kaylani?
Well, yes.
That boy is a C.
I like BJ the Chicago.
That
No.
he,
All right, well,
nah,
I stand by.
He gonna get on some records.
If you stand by Kalani, I'm gonna stand by BJ.
He gonna sing like a Southern soul.
We're gonna
singer,
both
and
down
they
these
gonna be-
hills today.
Okay.
Who the third?
Calvin
Urban Mystic.
Go to Urban. Oh hell yeah, absolutely.
D.
Can you be an E?
Hey, but let me tell you,
Incomplete.
I bet you Urban Mystic still getting show
Oh, yeah.
checks to this day though. That's my point. Like them other folk, these kids ain't finna go see you when you turn
Did you say
30,
Calvin
35.
Richardson? Man, you are insane.
Calvin Richardson, that man. Calvin Richardson
Raheem
gonna.
Devon.
Oh,
Raheem
man,
Devon, bro.
Raheem C, bro. Golly, man.
Hey, he dope though.
Yeah, though.
He's so C. You know,
All them folk, man,
you know what, man?
You can get these people for a deal, man.
There's a lot of folk that just, do a
little R&B King
They
tour or
just,
something.
they were just crooning at the wrong time, man. Crooning just wasn't it,
No, Raheem Devon, but see, them people. The thing is, we don't like they playing the long game. Like they not just like superstars, but if you book Raheem Devon, people gonna go see him.
Oh yeah.
Depending on where he is.
I know you think he's out Martin.
Ro James.
Martins, yeah.
Ro James, he see.
Bro, James dope though.
He is dope.
He's a better
writer.
than
Writer, producer.
But yeah, if you book like Raheem Devon at Martins or something, yeah, people go see that. It's like Raheem Devon at Martins tickets gonna be what, $25. You can get somebody, you can get kid every time open up for him or something.
Man.
Like I'm just saying, you get somebody local. Shout out to KT. But I'm just saying, like they'll go see him.
And to be clear, I don't think anybody's saying these folks are.
No, nobody's
trash
saying these
like
people
this
that we
at
talking
all.
about are trash.
Well,
man.
I would say Division is trash.
Yeah. I ain't even know how to say that shit. I was just put the DVS in.
DVS
Like, who the fuck is
He don't really sing. He gets like kind of he rap with a melody kind
You say,
of.
yeah, we not even gonna say he's rapping.
He-
We're not
him and
gonna,
that-
we're not gonna disrespect hip hop.
What
like
the
that.
other dude, 6 Black, Slack,
I like
whatever.
him. I like
How you say it?
They the
I think
same.
it's just black.
Black
I could be wrong
with a
about that.
6.
It's supposed to be black, but I'm like, I call it 6 lag.
That shit's stupid, man.
Black.
Just
Six
be
leg.
black. Like,
They the same person.
can't spell. I don't know.
Division.
Cheering, man.
See,
Cheering.
Be cheering, bro.
I was finna say Jadina, but he a rapper.
What is Jadina?
He a rapper.
He had,
He had. I like this last album.
what was that? 2012. 2012 was his year, right?
That's the
Classic man.
Classic Man.
Yeah.
Was that 2012 or 2014? That was his
That was
year.
about-
He had a good run.
Yeah, man.
He had a good 7 months.
Yeah.
And then he had a little pop when his song was on Luke Cage.
And that was it.
That was it. That was the end of his career.
I like this.
He is now NDIRE.
But no,
Nah,
because
bro.
you know what? NDIRE opens up for Stevie Wonder.
Well, she ain't, she don't care about the limelight.
But she ain't see though.
She definitely ain't see.
She not see.
That's like NDIRE, Let Us See.
Man. Well,
Them two, you can't really put in the C class.
nah.
You
Boy,
put
you can
Jaguar
definitely
right
put
in
Jaguar
the
right.
C class.
Definitely put Jaguar right now. You know what?
I wouldn't tell it to
it's-
his face.
I would. What she gonna do?
Fight your ass.
Angie Stone, see.
Man, stop.
Angie Stone is not a C.
No, she not.
DC.
You a fool. She ain't no damn
I'm forever.
C.
I'm not a fool.
She
She a C.
She not no C. She not. She got Grammys, man.
A lot of folks suck got Grammys.
Grammys,
What that
But nah, if you, for the most part, if you a black person, you got a Grammy. You ain't just terrible. Like you don't know like a black
It could just
artist
be your time to shine.
that won a Grammy that just like awful. See? See? I'm telling you.
I'm sure they out there.
Like a black person a black artist who's won a Grammy, that's awful.
And she awful.
But it was she awful?
Yes.
We may not be fans, but
Let's
we
see,
just
let's see.
but I'm just saying. Was she awful?
If you asking our opinion, yes. Yes, she's awful.
I'm telling you, man, you can't really because again you go back to kind of what we're talking about. But we have to make like a masterpiece of an album, and it has to be at the right time. And so it's always gonna be like the best work.
Milli Vanilli with black.
John Legend.
Hey,
Oh, no,
you
bro.
will not disrespect the great
His
yodeler.
yodeling ass is not good.
You will
He
not,
not see, bro.
You will not disrespect the great yodeler.
You talking about terrible artists that won Grammys? There you
He
go.
ain't
John
terrible.
Legend, Alicia Keys,
Oh, well,
well,
yeah, you're
that's
right.
different.
Yeah,
and they got 3.
But he
Both of
ain't-
them got 3 Grammys.
Hey,
John
man,
Legend
that
ain't
is a
terrible.
black man yodeling. You won't disrespect
Is he
him.
black?
I
Alicia,
think so.
I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say
Pretty
Alicia
sure.
terrible. I'm just gonna say I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan. I'm gonna put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
She keep on falling off.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it ain't nothing.
That boy really, he look.
I
he
just
good
ain't
with
got
it.
to hear no
See?
Alicia
You
Keys
can't-
like
you
anybody.
can't say no.
Works too, like
Bump that.
I think what it is sometimes artists have they just have an expiration date. Like, there's some people really talented. They've been blessed with 18 really good songs, and that's all they got for the world.
Yeah, girl, just play the piano.
Like they did, they gave us all that they
Yeah,
did.
like I don't think Amy Reed could have given us any more than what she gave us. We got what
And
we
that's okay.
and that's okay.
And that's okay.
We got what we was gonna get out of
That's
her,
okay.
and we appreciate her for her contribution to the culture. But we ain't never got to hear her again.
Why don't we call
Like
them,
like Maya, she's still singing.
Hey man, John Legend won in 2021 for Bigger Love. He beat Gregory Porter.
Gregory Porter.
Fuck no.
But he not. But you're not gonna disrespect him because
I will.
that's a black man who yodel. How many?
not.
Who you know?
He not.
Can yodel.
Okay, shit.
Jasmine Sullivan won Hotel. She definitely deserved it.
Ordinary people. What K Michelle look like now? This her 15 different face.
You ever watched the Batman? Because I know you ain't read the comic. You ever watched like the Batman cartoon?
That slight shade. Go
And
ahead.
there's a villain called Clayface. He can like shape his face any type of way. That's K Michelle.
All right, time to end this segment.
Yes, burn up.
Cut it off.
I love
She
it.
gonna be at the fair next year.
She gonna, yeah. Oh yeah. Look,
what part of her is gonna be at the fair?
Right. She 2 years because she didn't took she took all the stuff out. She getting this country music.
I don't think she got that stuff no more. She took some of that stuff out. She got
took
real sick.
the butt implants, I think.
Yeah, she got real sick.
Cause she had a whole VH1 kind of thing about it.
I like K Michelle though.
Yeah,
she funny.
Yeah, she talented.
She really can sing.
She's a super talented songwriter.
I love when she really just be acting like her real self from Memphis when she get to talking and just do something to me.
And she getting that country music money, so.
Oh, she doing
You
country
shot
music
it
now?
Yeah, she doing. She. I think one of her last albums, she was working on a country music album, but she writing. She doing writing songs for country music artists. Like,
All right. Well, you know.
honey, man.
No wonder she look like Dolly Parton.
All right, shut it off.
Bang.
Yeah. Look, man, thank y'all so much for tapping in with us today. Y'all give it up again for our good friend, our brother Philip Rollins, aka DJ Young Venom.
Venom.
Insert.
Who started doing that? Venom.
Insert all the claps. And
That that was Ken's fault.
yeah,
Venom.
misfit. So, yeah, man, Venom, thank you so much for
Thank you for having me.
Damn.
It only took
Oh, man, we thought we were getting somewhere. Boy, you said
it only
thank
took 19 episodes before you got me here.
Well, you're a busy
just an
man.
afterthought.
Stop it.
Just an afterthought.
You know we love you, man. Tell the people how they can follow you, where you
on the thank you.
Tell the people how they can follow you, where you located, all that good stuff.
You can follow my personal page if you dare at DJ Young Venom, spelled correctly. You can follow my business page Offbeat at OffbeatJXN. The website, if you want to shop or browse or peruse, is offbeatjxn.com. Yeah, man, I know I'm cultured. I know words. I can read. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too, as you've seen, on the Vibe Controllers page. Unfortunately, hopefully it doesn't ruin my business.
Good grief, man.
Hey, he hell on
Yeah,
Twitter.
bro.
That's where it pops off.
When I'm active on Twitter, I'm active. I've been really not active on Twitter.
You got to come on back, man. I really came back to Twitter for you and Mel.
Melvin's consistent.
Oh, man, out here now. He
Melvin's
free now, too.
consistent. I'm working though. I'm working on some stuff. So you'll see it on the pages soon.
Do you know who really hilarious on Twitter?
Who?
Oh, shit.
Oh, my wife is a mess. You saw what she posted last week about the DJ?
Yes. Yes.
Drunk Tasha even better.
She talked about the transitions the man was making.
Yeah.
That's
be
insane. Then tagged you.
All right, I'm just like, what? Like, and then she tagged me. I didn't even see it. We in the same building, mind you. She come and it's like, she's like, you hear what he's playing? I'm like, I hear it, yeah. So, what is this fool doing?
I don't know.
No,
But anyway,
it's
man,
like this iPhone
y'all make
3
sure,
this man trying to get to pull up.
y'all make sure y'all follow him and all the and I'll be guy afterpay. That's
Offbeat has Afterpay.
I'll be guy afterpay, and you can do it on the phone at the store.
Man,
Yeah.
you need a new phone.
So yeah. Hilarious. Merc, what you got coming up?
Hey man, I got a bunch of stuff coming up, but yeah, we really pushing this show in Jackson on 9/17. Rhea Brent's return to Jackson, Mississippi at Doolin Hall. 2 shows, 7 and 9:30. 7 o'clock is almost sold out. You can get them late show tickets; those are still available as well too. You can go to RitaBrent.com. You can go to Ticketmaster. And again, you can follow me on all social media at Merc B. Williams, and you can know where else I'm at as well too. And amongst a bunch of other things we got going on, Youngsters and Power podcast, so on and so forth. So yep, that stuff.
All right, yeah. And for the folks who want to hang out and kick it with us, we got a day party at 9/18 at Chemistry Sports Lounge with DJ Cujo, DJ Nasty Show, the Vibe Keeper. So y'all pull on up 3 p.m. We're gonna be out there having a good time. Okay, so of course, at the end of every episode, we like to leave y'all with a nice little nugget, some inspiration. Not inspiration, just something to just carry on through the week, through the day, through the month, or whenever you choose to listen. And today, we'd like to ask our good friend, DJ Young Venom, to just drop a little nugget for the people.
What you want me to do?
Yeah, damn.
You want me to say something positive?
Say something positive.
Say something venom. Just say something venom.
Say something. Drop a nice nugget for the people to inspire.
What's this shit called? Is this like a what they call this shit? Like a inspirational, motivational?
Yeah, just something. You just say something for the people to just motivate and carry them on.
Hey, this nigga's amazing.
Okay.
Never let me act up like this.
You really caught me at a bad time, cause so
You got a lot going on.
I got a lot going on.
You got a lot on it, man.
I got a lot on my mind. So to carry on,
Let it rip.
do what you can to try to stay positive for others. If you can't, fuck it. Do what you can for your own mental health. That's what's important.
That shit is beautiful.
Please take care of yourselves. If you can afford it, seek therapy or talk to a good friend. If you don't have any good friends, you may want to consider getting a goldfish and talking to it. I hope this helps you in some way.
Yes, it is amazing. Oh, it's
Because everything can't be saved. Some words can't be, some words that supposedly can't save you from a book. But if you can go to that too. But, be careful of these crooked ass pastors because they are out there.
Nigga out here, let it go, baby.
All right.
And trust no hoe.
Oh, this
Real nigga shit.
this is the worst business nigga.
I love it. Venom, that was beautiful. Oh my god.
The views of Villa Brothers. No, not necessarily the views of the back.
I'm fucking with
All right, man. We appreciate y'all tapping in. Again, y'all check us out on Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube. And yeah, Mark.
Stay up, stay blessed, stay free. Shop off beat.
All right, they got after me. All right, 2 fingers up means peace to the sags of them children, Venom.
You got the motherfucking say it.
What?
Out here.
You got to say it.
What I gotta say?
You gotta say it just like that.
You got to say out here, but you got to say it like.
Out here. Out here. Yeah! There you go.